Righto guys, how you going? We're just going to build a quick strategy using NinjaTrader Strategy Wizard. So we're going to go Tools, New Ninja Script, Strategy. This is the Strategy Wizard, and it's just this wizard will guide you through da 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 da. So you just next, you put your name in, hey, what you want to call it, rah, and then we go through and do all that sort of stuff. Now I've already done it to speed things up. And it's this one here. So I called it Compression Trade. I'm going to have this uploadable so you can just download it and start working with it. You don't actually have to go through and redo it. And basically we're taking entries in a compression zone. That's the SQ1001 determines the compression zone. And we're going to either take the big bender, the MACDIV, or the NR10. Now you can go through and muck around with this. Very important to simplify things. You have a target and a stop. Now these are variable, so that when you're working with your strategy analyzer, you can vary these, and I've got it set as default 50 pips or 50 cents. My trend, I've got it set default as about 7 months, 6 or 7 months. The zone is part of the SQ1001. The countback is for the big bender indicator. The EMA is for the SQ101 indicator. The NR10 is for the narrow range bar countback. And I've left a blank spot in case you want something else. So basically what you do is you click add, and I've already done all this, so I'm just going to show you what I've done. I've clicked add, I've gone through, I've scrolled up and down my list until I found the indicator I wanted to add, and it was this one, AARC SQ101. And I've gone through and I have already, these are my user defined variable inputs. This is what we put in back then, so you can see I've selected that one there. I've gone through and I've changed them. The trend was another user-defined variable, and I've just gone through and done all that. Plot on chart true, so that I can see it. Strategy use true, so that strategy use has to be on all of these, whatever you select. Now the buy signal, to be a buyer for this particular indicator, which is SQ101, is 11. Now most of them are set up like that. They're 11 to buy and 12 to sell. Numeric value, so in this indicator equals a numeric value under the miscellaneous section, so indicators and miscellaneous, 11 end RC big bender equals 11. So when they both are equal to 11, enter me long default quantity. So that's that one. Now, if the SQ101 and the MACDIV equal 11, there's 11, and a default long. If the NR10 equals 11, and a default, so I could take that one off. If that one's no good, get rid of it. Set that to 0, or just delete the whole lot altogether. Then I've got it reversed, so exactly the same thing, but I've reversed it around by saying if it equals 12. So if they both equal 12, sell me short. If they both equal 12, the MACDIV and the SQ101, sell me short. Now you could, instead of NR10, you could use a pin bar, so you could change this to a, where is it? Pin bar, retracer, any of those guys, or another indicator, you know, down here, when you have the NR7, that's a Ninja, that's a narrow range bar, but they don't have a value. So anyway, you can sort all that out yourself. So I'm going to change that. And that one there, plot 0, plot on chart false, because I've already plotted it with the other one. So I've done all that. Enter me short. Next. Now here is my, so you click add, which I've already done, and I want to add a profit target. I want it in ticks, and I want to use my user defined input target. So I've set my profit target as target, I've set my stop loss as stop. Next, finish. Now it's going to compile that strategy, and once that's compiled, then I can go over to, I'm going to go new file, strategy analyzer, and I'm going to pick a share, Qantas. I'm going to back test it. Now the first time you go to do this, you have to set this data series. It'll be first time you do it, it'll be set to minute. You don't want on minute, you want on day. For the Yahoo ASX stuff, you can select your dates depending on how much data you've got. Entries per direction is important, whether you want to enter 3 or 4 times or just once. I'm using 3 indicators, that's why I've gone for 3, but you could go for 5. Okay. Default quantity, how many shares you want to buy at one time. So you could do 1 if you wanted to. And this is important, when you've got to select default quantity. Normally it's by strategy, so you got to change that to default quantity, and then you can run a backtest. Here's backtest 30, it was a loser. You got your chart here, and then here's your chart, so you can go through and see what went wrong, why it was a loser, and whatever else. So you can see there that wasn't too bad. The trend, it was selling it here, we got a trend change. It got out of that trade and it's gone long. Bang. Now realistically this won't happen to you because Ninja cannot enter ASX shares. You've got to enter manually. But this is just giving you a bit of an idea. What if I had of taken this signal? So I can go back and I can see what would have happened had I have taken this signal. Here, if I had have taken this signal, it would have been a winner, and if I had taken this signal here, it would have been a loser. There's the signals, but I should have got out of this here because I can see the trend has actually changed. So here, oh look, the trend actually changed and it didn't get out, so where I just said I would have gotten out here as well because it's changed against me, but finally it did drop off. Here, the trend has flicked around a few different times. Look at this, so here, bang, I bought in here and it's come up, and this should be my target, this blue line, and I didn't take the money here. Look, it's all dipped down to here, just touched it. I didn't take the money and I got stopped out, so that's why I take the money on the blue line. Here, took the money on the blue line and you hit your profit target. You can go, basically it just gives you, it lays it all out. Why I didn't take these, because I required minimum bars required 200, so it would have taken that if I had 50. I think it took the trade, just didn't take it because there was not enough bars there. Righto, so you've got it now, you've got it sort of set up and you're happy with it, so you can optimize it. And there's the optimizer. So down here I've already got an optimizer running, and this is the same strategy on the same, and basically I've worked it through and it's given me my best parameters here. 73980. I find this hard to believe and I wouldn't do it. It's saying my stop should be 80. This one should be 7, 3, 9. So if I didn't want to use some of these, I would just increase their number. Like if I didn't want to use a stop, so 80, 65, 390, 80, 65, it works out alright, but you wouldn't use a bigger stop than a target. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. That just gives you a bit of an idea. So you can change any of them. Just say I would prefer, like I said, I prefer to use 150. That's just my preference. That's a 6-month EMA. If the 6-month EMA is rising, I'm a buyer. So, and look at that. I turned into a loss straight away by changing it. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So yeah, there you go. Have it. There it is. You can go through, have a bit of play with it, and see what you reckon. And you know, it's a learning tool. It's basically a learning tool. Alright, thanks for watching.